Worlds of Fun is the main amusement park for the Kansas City metro area. This park has a handful of loosely themed areas, 7 different roller coasters, and a popular water park and Oceans of Fun. While this park may be in the lower half of the Cedar Fair parks, it still has some interesting rides. So in this video, I will count down the top 10 rides and attractions at this Missouri theme park. I want to note that this list will only feature attractions on the amusement park side because I have not visited the water park. Number 10, Viking Voyager. This is a relatively simple aero log flume. I like the ride's scenic setting through the woods. This one only has one drop though, and it's just okay. Number 9, Boomerang. This Vekoma Boomerang has an inordinate amount of downtime, but runs pretty smoothly when it is open. You have the usually great initial plunge, followed by 3 forceful inversions going both forwards and backwards, and this one just doesn't have much headbanging. Number 8, Steelhawk. This Mondial swing ride gives a bird's eye view of Worlds of Fun. There isn't much else to see beyond the park, but the breeze is always refreshing, and the ride's sheer height is breathtaking. Number 7, Spinning Dragons. This Gerstlauer spinner is a clone of the Pandemonium coasters at the Six Flags parks. The layout has some decent spinning, and the drops are fun if you're lucky enough to take them backwards or sideways. Number 6, Timberwolf. This Dinwood coaster starts strong. You get popped out of your seat on the first drop if you're in the back, and the entry into the first turnaround gives really nice floater airtime up front. The rest of the layout has a few smaller pops of airtime, particularly if you're seated up front, but the abundance of trims kill the pacing. But that has the trade-off of making the ride more bearable. The ride is pretty smooth outside of the finale up front, but the back can shake you up. Number 5, Detonator. This S&S space shot rides much differently than the other ones. At the top, you almost seem to stall out momentarily, and then you get thrusted downwards, delivering a violent pop of airtime. And then you get to ascend the tower a second time, similar to a double shot, and this time you get a very weak pop of airtime. But that first pop carries the ride. The launch has just okay power though. Number 4, Cyclone Sam's. This is the world's best wipeout style ride. This one is placed indoors with all sorts of blacklit graphics on the walls and ceiling. The simple effects are disorienting and amplify the ride's sense of speed. But this is also one of the fastest wipeouts anyway, as it gives little pops of airtime at the apex, and the finale is downright insane as the ride forcefully pins riders against the side of the vehicle. It is some of the strongest and most sustained laterals of any ride. Number 3, Mamba. This Morgan hypercoaster dominates the park's skyline, and it has a good first half too. The massive hills deliver nice sustained floater airtime. The turnaround is great between the near misses with the supports, decent positive Gs, and the surprise pop of airtime on both the kink and entrance into the midcourse. But those midcourse breaks sap Mamba of all its power, and it finishes with a whimper, crawling back to the station giving no airtime. Number 2, Patriot. This is my least favorite B&M invert, but it's still a solid ride. This is one of the weaker ones in terms of positive Gs. You only get a decent dose on the vertical loop, but the 0G roll is graceful with some nice float, and the ride has a few weak spots of airtime in the second half between the giant camelback and smaller hills, which is much different than the other inverts. And the ride looks great too with this candy cane paint scheme, and it's super smooth. And coming in at number 1 is Prowler. The park's newest roller coaster still is also their best. This GCI wood coaster travels all the way out into the woods. Very little of this ride can be seen from the midway, and that makes the layout all the more exciting. The ride basically feels like a tamer Mystic Timbers. The layout is nearly similar as it's mostly an out and back with some twists, but the airtime just isn't as strong. The first 2/3 had a few weak spots of airtime, but the return run has a few stronger pops of airtime, more reminiscent of what you get in Mystic Timbers. My rides in 2018 were pretty shaky, but the ride was thankfully running much smoother in 2020. So that is how I rank the top 10 best rides and attractions at Worlds of Fun. Do you agree with this list? Let me know your thoughts on any of the rides I mentioned, or if you think I missed any. If you enjoyed this countdown, I'd appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster and amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.